have after MBBS, MD, or MS to become a registered doctor in Australia and New Zealand with AMC exam. But before we talk about the exam, let's talk a bit about Academically. Who are we? We are basically an edtech headquartered in Australia, and we aim to help all the healthcare professionals excel in their lives and careers. Academically offers support to healthcare professionals who wish to upscale their careers by migrating to Australia or other countries, setting new standards by providing preparation courses for the most advanced global healthcare exams. But who is our founder? Dr. Akram Ahmad. Who is he? He is a clinical pharmacist and lecturer with over 10 years of teaching and research experience across various subjects of medicine in India, Malaysia, and Australia. His goal is specifically to help all these qualified healthcare professionals to explore all these opportunities across the globe, and not just for pharmacists, for doctors, for dentists, for nurses, lab technicians, physiotherapists, optometrists, name them, to achieve their passions and dreams by educating and training them. So let's talk about the academic heads, people who are making the content. Who am I? Let me present myself to you. I'm Dr. Snigdha Sharma. I'm the academic head of medical courses at Academically. I've completed my MBBS MD from Christian Medical College and Hospital, Ludhiana. I qualified my USMLE, and with my years of experience in medical research, data analysis, and primary healthcare, I hope to help you in this pathway of AMC. With us, we have Dr. Kamlesh Soni, who serves as an academic head for pharmacy courses. He has expertise across all the courses and mentorship programs. With a PhD in medicinal chemistry from India's most premier institute, Central Drug Research Institute, CDRI, and more than 15 years of professional experience, he brings to us a wealth of knowledge for all of our academic endeavors. And last but not the least, we have Dr. Alok with us, who is a pharmacist expert with a PhD in pharmaceutical sciences and over 14 years of professional experience. He leads the development of innovative pharmacy courses, contributing significantly to the educational advancement in the field. Now, when we're talking about AMC, who is the faculty? Who is with us to teach you guys? We have Dr. Swapnil, Dr. Udara, Dr. Hema, Dr. Imelda, and Dr. Amit Desai. With years of experience in teaching and themselves being through the pathway of AMC, they are here with their depth of knowledge and teaching experience to guide you through this pathway of AMC. Now the question comes, we are so casually talking about Australia, but why Australia? Because look at these statistics. We have 185,000 PR visa offers from Australia, more than 5,000 job vacancies, with an average salary for a doctor of 380,000 to 400,000, which is approximately 2 CR in India. Now, journal practitioner salary in Australia, which you can get after you complete your registration in Australia. A junior medical officer gets a salary of around 80 to 120K yearly. A journal practitioner, the maximum patient is 60 per day with $250 per patient, and which comes out to be around 12 to 13 lakhs per month. It is a very good salary package. And what we can easily see here is with the general salaries, Sunday and public holidays, on those days, you get 2 times the usual salary that you get on weekdays. So not just the salary package, we can see from the recent resources that we have received from Australia that there is going to be a staggering shortage of GP in Australia, with more than 10,000 jobs coming out by 2031. And as we already talked, the salary package can go up to 400,000 AUD. So after the salary, what are the benefits? When you are migrating to a new country, you're not just thinking about yourself. You're thinking about the professional life, the career life, and your family. So let's see. There's a high earning potential. We already talked about it. The quality of life. Australia is known for its high standard of living, excellent healthcare, and diverse culture, making it an attractive destination for many people. With that, already know there's a high demand for medical professionals in Australia. Now, the main part, there's a work-life balance. Australia helps you maintain that. There are weekends or there are regular offs, which help you manage your workload and a healthy lifestyle. With all the research advancements going on around the world, they have the latest equipments and the opportunities as a professional to explore, not just as a clinician, but also in the research field. And last but not the least, as a family, you get free education and healthcare access for your family members as well. So let's now come to the actual question. What is AMC exam? First of all, AMC stands for Australian Medical Council, and that's an exam that doctors need to clear to get registered in Australia. So what are the components of AMC exam? There are two components, AMC MCQ and AMC Clinical. So how do we go about it? First, there are various exam centers in India, mainly Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, New Delhi, Mumbai. Exam dates, except for December and January, they are held every month and there are different dates available, which you can choose once you complete your skill assessment. We'll talk about skill assessment in further slides. How is the exam conducted? The first part of the exam, which is AMC MCQ, is a 3.5-hour MCQ exam with 150 questions. And you can take that exam in these exam centers. Now, a good news for Asians, there are 3 new AMC centers which AMC or Australian Medical Council announced will be coming up soon. They are in Pakistan, Malaysia, Sri Lanka. This is just a tentative announcement. No specific date has been announced on the website as of now. So, are you eligible to take this exam? Let's see. If you have a bachelor's degree in medicine, MBBS, MD, MS, from a recognized college or university anywhere in the world. And how do you know if it's a recognized college or university? You go to WDOMS, which is World Directory of Medical Schools, and you check if your degree from a university is listed there or not. That's how you know it. So once you know you're eligible, what do? So first is document verification, which we call skill assessment. What do you do there? You first you go to AMC website, you create an AMC portfolio, you open an account. After that, you get an EPIC number where you are basically getting your degree verification. Then once you have that, you register yourself for an exam and you take your exam, AMC 1 examination. Once that is done, you take your English proficiency exam, which is essential for all the doctors to take. Then you take AMC 2 examination, which is basically the clinical examination. And then you're registered as a doctor in Australia. But let me come to another positive point. What if not Australia? Is there any other way? Yes, there is. So what is the difference? You can also go to New Zealand. How do you do that? Once you are done with your English proficiency exam, as you see here, you can go through for the New Zealand registration exam. You don't have to go through AMC 2. You just go through this exam and you get registered in New Zealand. So even after AMC 2, you have a chance of changing your ideation or where you want to go, your choice. Now, we have a lot of queries about what is Pesci pathway and if we are eligible for that or not. So this is usually what we get after AMC 1 and English proficiency exam. When people are thinking we should go through Pesci pathway, New Zealand, or AMC 2. So for Pesci pathway, suppose you have 3 years of work experience in primary healthcare, general practice, looking after the patients after your MBBS, okay? Please make sure of that. You can go through Pesci pathway as well. You don't have to initially go through AMC 2. What do? You go on the websites, find yourself a job as a GP, get an offer letter. Once you have an offer letter, which I will tell you should be on in any city, MM2 or above. What is MM2? It's a Monash model. Basically, the cities and the areas are divided. So anywhere after 2, 3, 4, the further rural you go, the easier to get a job and easier to clear the interview. Then once you have the offer letter as a GP, you schedule your Pesci interview and you give that interview. If you clear that interview, you're good to go. One catch, if there is one offer letter, there's one interview. If you don't clear it, the next time you get an offer letter, you have to again book the interview. So every time you sit for the interview, you have to pay the fee. Now, when we were talking about skill assessment, first we talked about you have to open your AMC account. Next was EPIC verification. What is that? You're putting up your degree online and you're getting it verified with ECFMG, Educational Commission for Foreign Medical Graduate. Okay, it is basically, EPIC is Electronic Portfolio of International Credentials. It is essential whenever you are trying to get registered outside of India. So again, let's summarize all the requirements for skill assessment: your degree, your valid passport, your government ID, your passport size photograph, and medical registration certificate if you have. Now, our next point is, after you have given AMC 1, English proficiency requirement. So you can give IELTS, you can give PTE, you can give OET. The most preferable and the easier one that we recommend to all our students is PTE, for which the scores for doctor to clear the exam is set at 65. Now, let's quickly talk about the features of AMC exam, which is the most important here today. So you will have 150 question answer, which need to be answered in 3.5 hours. So how are you scored? It is a score between 0 to 500, and you need to score minimum of 250, which is 50%. There is no ranking. It doesn't matter how, you can even score 251. Your result will still be pass, and you can score 450 and your result will be pass. So the whole aim is only to clear the exam. You don't have to worry about like NEET PG that you have to score good. That is one good point about it. Another one, there is no negative marking, but you have to attempt all the questions for the exam paper to be finally submitted. That is one catch. How much time do we say you need to prepare for this exam? Approximately 16 weeks. After 16 weeks, you will find yourself that you are kind of prepared to take this exam. Now, after you have cleared your AMC 1, you have cleared your PTE or English proficiency test. Next is AMC clinical examination. What is it? It is a practical examination. It has 16 stations, each 10 minutes. There are 2 pilot stations and 14 non-pilot stations. So there are a total of 16 stations. 2 will be scored. 14 will be scored. 2 will not be scored. But you will never know which is scored, which is not scored. So it's recommended to do all of them properly. So how the 10 minutes given for each clinical case, how is that divided? It is basically 2 minutes of reading time and 8 minutes of assessment from the assessor's end. Also, there are 4 rest stations, 20 minutes each, which is not scored. Basically, what is that? That is, they are giving you breather time of 20 minutes. It's evenly divided 4 times. A good news, from March 21st, 2024 onwards, the passing cases, which used to be 10 out of 14, has now been reduced to 9 out of 14. And the best part, there is no limit on the number of attempts a candidate may have at clinical examination. So you can take it as many times as you want. Now, why again try for Australia because you are eligible for permanent visa very quickly. There are almost 190 PRVs, 100,000 PR visas. Now, different kind of visas, 491 visa, 494 visa, 482 visa, depending on what kind of visa you're getting. Now, how we at Academically are going to help you. As we already told you, we are a resourceful course for global doctors. Our aim is to provide you a course which has all the necessary study material, mock exams, support. And not just that, we are giving you one-on-one mentorship if needed. We are giving you a detailed study plan, how to go about it. We have live lectures where you can come and you can you attend the class and you can ask the faculty all your doubts there and then. Plus, we have backend support where if you have questions, if you're reading your course later, you are not able to attend the live classes, you can drop your questions there and the faculty responds to you. So again, the program highlight, instructor-led and self-paced content, one-on-one mentoring support, extended course to content, flexible schedule, periodic webinars, feedback and assessment, trips and tips for CV writing and cover letter, placement and visa support as well. So this is the fee structure that we are going to tell you about AMC. This is not our fee structure. This is all just the government fee. So while you are opening your account, Epic account, where you're getting your verification of the degree, it is not Australian, American $230. Your AMC portfolio is AUD, Australian $649. For AMC Part 1 or MCQ, it is 2920 Australian dollars. For PTE, which is your English proficiency exam, it's 400 Australian dollars in tax. And for AMC2, now with the latest update, that it is happening face-to-face as well as online. There are two different fee structures. If it is face-to-face, it is 3991 Australian dollars, whereas if it is online, you add another 400 AUD. How are we also helping you in this whole process? We do provide you with financial assistance that you might require with the whole process of examination. We provide interest-free loan in alliance with Eduvance and Kuhu. We also provide you with scholarships. So how do you do that? You go to our website, you register for a scholarship exam, you clear the test with the required result, and you get the scholarship. So basically, we are helping you, whatever our fee is. If you clear the scholarship exam, we are giving you few fee waivers and scholarship via our ASAP scholarship program, which is Academically Scholarship for Abroad program, ASAP. Now, why just believe me? I'm just an academic head, just someone working here. But do believe our success stories. You can see Dr. Clement, Dr. Sanjana, Dr. Tehereen, Dr. Dishna, Dr. Ragasri, Dr. Anushta, Dr. Ankur, Dr. Prashant, and so many more. We have been having our success stories every month with our students clearing this exam with flying colors. And they're already booking their AMC2 exams. Not just that, you can go on Google and read the student reviews posted there. You can see Dr. Pavitra from AMC. Lectures are very informative and essential topics are all covered. Faculties are very approachable for answering the queries, which is what you want. If you're sitting at home, the faculties are answering your queries. That's the best you can hope for. So also, now in between, there is a MedConnect happening where you can meet a founder and CEO, Dr. Akram in Delhi. The registration is free. Our counselors will be there. Even after this webinar, if you think you still have any more questions, your queries are not resolved, we all will be there with the counselors, with all the information, guiding you, holding your hand. Please come to meet us in Delhi. We have been having a lot of events over the past few months, and you can see Hyderabad, Chandigarh, Pune, Kochi, Chennai, just to name a few cities. Still, why trust academically? The reputation and legacy of 1,000+ positive reviews and more than 90% success rate, with a highly experienced and qualified faculty and a high quality research and precise content. An alumni network of all the students who clear these examinations, they are connected through our community. We all are a family, and a personalized approach. But still, if you have more questions, you visit our office either in India or in Australia. The details I'll share with you in the end. You can see we are effective. We are helping you all reach your global aim. You can see through the media coverage, more than 90% students of academically passed Indian Pharmacy Council examination, and with more than 90% success rate in successive examination 2022 and 23. Hindustan Times, Startuppedia, News 18, News Nation. We have been featured in Outlook, Hindustan Times, Economic Times, and Times of India, Z News, and Startup Prize. You can easily go, just write academically, and you'll find us on Google. You can see all the reviews from any course, not just the medical courses, the pharmacy courses, or dental courses, any course, you'll find the reviews there. Please use these scanners and use our social medias for the dental, for academically overall, for pharmacy courses. Scan us, go there, follow us for all the live updates. Not another one for Dr. Akram's specific updates. Now, last but not the least, these are our contact details. You can see the office details in Australia and in Dehradun, India. And just in case you can't come to our office, there is an email and their telephone numbers and WhatsApp. So with this, I'll leave this screen on share and for some time, and we'll get back to the discussion. Thank you for being patient and listening to me through this presentation. And we'll now start with queries from all of you.
Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
My name is Dr. Samira. Actually, I am looking for a fellowship program in Australia. So my question is, if I want to do a fellowship in Australia, do I still need to clear AMC? Because I'm just looking for a 2-year program and just come back to my country. I'm not looking for to stay in there for a longer time.
Okay. Samira, we have Dr. Akram Ahmed here. He will be taking your
Hello,
answer.
Dr. Sneha.
Good evening, sir.
Hello.
Good evening. Yeah. Yes. So there is a 4 pathways to work in Australia, as I mentioned earlier. I think, Dr. Sneha. So there is a pathway called short-term training pathway. In that you can apply, and around up to 2 years you can get the training, and you can come back to your home country.
And also, do I need to do AMC if I want to do a fellowship there? Like after my master's, I want to do a fellowship in head and neck oncology.
In this short-term training, you must need to go back. If you are planning कि I'm 50-50 कि मैं रहूंगी या नहीं रहूंगी, in that case you need to go forth to the AMC. But if you are 100% sure you just want to your training and want to come back, then no need any AMC.
Also, do you provide any pathway to get the fellowship for students?
No. You need to apply yourself.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Next in line, we have Shiv Kumar.
Dr. Shiv, can you please unmute?
Dr.
Hello,
Shiv?
Mr. Akram.
Yes.
Yes, Dr. Shiv Kumar, can you please unmute?
Hello, Mr. Akram.
Yes, I am just coming, one by one. So just please wait for your turn.
You hear me, Mr. Akram?
Abid Malik.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, Shiv Kumar.
Sir, I want to know whether I have to first clear AMC part 1 or I have to clear the English examination at first. Which one first have to clear?
English you can give after AMC 1, or before AMC also is up to you. It is not mandatory to write first English, then only you can write this AMC. So you can go first AMC, then you can write this English test.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Shiv. Yes, Abid Malik, can you please unmute?
So my queries are regarding the preparation. In AMC, when I was going through the YouTube, so lots of people were giving the reference of AMC handbook, John Murtha. And they were talking about the reference regarding the RACP guidelines and all the stuff. When we take the course for the preparation you're talking about, so will you provide these books and two of
You
the
need, if our faculty think that you need to see some guideline, some other resources, we will provide you.
okay, means when I take the course, all the stuff is upon you. You'll provide
Yes.
us. I don't
Yes.
need to buy anything from outside.
Yes, yes.
And
So
so
to pass this exam, it is like 100% our content is enough to pass the exam.
okay,
If you
sir.
need anything else, we will provide you.
And so in IELTS, we have to appear for the general or academic, and what is the score we need to keep?
Academic one, and we will also provide you coaching for this. So we academically will provide you that assistance from first to the end, like your document verification. We can help you for AMC one, for English also. So English you need to go for academic one, and the score you need 7 individual in IELTS. So there is a body called APRA in Australia. So this is English requirement, same for everyone, all healthcare practitioners, medical doctor, dentist, pharmacist, nurses. Everyone has to go with the same 7 individual in IELTS. Okay,
So what's the score?
7 in IELTS.
7. Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is Dr. Anurag.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Dr. Anurag.
It was a nice information that was shared today. I just wanted to tell you about my background. I have done my MBBS and specialist. I am in nuclear medicine. I did my DNB 3-year post-graduation course. So after around 13 years of experience, now I plan to move there. So what will be the pathway for
Yes,
a
Dr.
person like
Anurag,
me?
you can directly apply for specialist pathway.
In that, can you guide me? What are the steps?
Basically, there is another that same document verification called EPIC verification, AMC portfolio. Then you need to apply yourself. So there is no, involvement from our side because there is no course required for this. You just need to show your CV, your documentation, all those things. So you can do yourself. Each and everything will be mentioned there. So just type on Google an specialist pathway for Australia. You will get all the information.
But certain I mean rules and regulations in Australia, they are different from our Indian country because
I mean, they will basically verify, your credentials equivalent to or not, But since you have 13-year experience, so I'm sure you will get, So
but
we have,
previously I tried. They have answered that I need to do some kind of Renzer qualification in that is in
yes, so
radiology.
they will basically verify your profile and give you the feedback. Means your degree will equivalent hai nahi hai. If equivalent hai, then directly you can practice. If not, they will guide you कि भाई आपको further कुछ time का training चाहिए. आपका degree partial equivalent है. But since you have 13 years experience, आपने DNB भी किया हुआ है, तो आपका equivalent होगा. पर आपने कब apply किया था? When you applied last time?
No, just this year only I have applied, but they are saying that on their website they are saying that I have to do a Renzer qualification. I
They are
don't know.
saying your qualification.
Actually, I'm really not knowing. So that maybe I was wrong in applying. So I thought that academically can guide me.
No, so we are not helping at the moment, but we are working. Hopefully, in January onwards, we may help you in this process as well.
I think academically should have a platform for specialist pathway as well.
Yeah, definitely, we are working. We are working on it, and hopefully, we will launch in the January next year.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Anurag.
So next is Dr. Janani Ram. Can you please unmute yourself?
Dr. Janani, can you please unmute? Dr. Abid Shaira.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It was a wonderful talk on how to proceed to the foreign for the Indian. That I have done my MD pediatrics, and after that I have done 4 year, 3 year I have done the SRship. Then I have done 1 year neonatal. I have done the neonatal experience. I have 1 more year. I mean level 3 NICU. I have one question that how can I move to the UK to this Australia for my neonatal fellowship program? Have you any course for it to register so that I can do the fellowship program there? And
You need to go to that website. So there is a 4 pathway in general in Australia. So I think you guys are. Let me explain basically. So first pathway we call extended pathway. So you need to write AMC1 and AMC2. You can go, you can work there, and you want to do PG, you can do in Australia. Second pathway called specialist pathway. Those completed PG in their home country, and if they have very good experience, like 8 to 10 years of experience, and directly you can apply for this pathway. There's a good chance. So if your CV is very good, your credentials, your working experience, all those things, so they may offer you that you can work as a specialist. Another called short-term training. In that, you can go there to work for like a 12 month to 2 years, and you can come back to your home country. And another is a competent pathway. So that is not for you in general. So these 3 pathways is there. So you can see which one you want. If you want short-term training, specialist training, you can apply for it, but you need to come back to your home country. But if you want to work in Australia, since you just have 3-4 years experience after your PG, so most likely your degree is not equivalent. So they might say that you have to do some short-term training in Australia. So you need to apply basically first and see. Or you also you can pass part 1 exam AMC and can apply for jobs and go there and then apply for a specialist pathway.
okay, the thing is for the short-term training programs, I have to also write AMC
No.
for short-term. Okay. You have any course for that in order to hasten the process in order to
भाई
make it?
कोर्स नहीं है यार, सिंपल एप्लीकेशन करनी है. कोर्स ओनली होता है स्टैंडर्ड पाथवे में एएमसी का, वो हम कराते हैं. ये शॉर्ट टर्म ट्रेनिंग के लिए
Actually, the thing is, when I am.
तो
The thing is, when we are going, we do not know which hospital or which university is having the fellowship. It is very hard and difficult to find which hospital.
We are not providing at the moment for those services, but we are planning in the future in general. As I mentioned earlier, in January something.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
much. Yes, Ashish. Dr. Ashish. Or Dr. Parminder Kaur.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, I wanted to ask that like now NEET PG counseling is going on. So like I was just confused. Actually, I wanted to settle in Australia. So I just wanted to know that it is better to do PG from India first, then go through the specialist pathway, or like do AMC
Yes.
one.
So if you want to settle in Australia, the best thing is you just complete MBBS and pass the exam and go to Australia and do their the PG. As you already mentioned, that many doctors ने PG किया है India से, and they are not accepting. They are saying like partial equivalent degree हो रही है, मतलब equivalent degree नहीं मानी जाती है इंडिया का PG जो है. So better thing now you can pass this AMC and can go there and you can do their PG in Australia. That's the best.
Yeah, so like what is the passing rate and all? Actually, if we leave the seat right now, so then after doing this all over again, and NEET PG process is very hectic and like very
ये
uncertain.
नीट पीजी नहीं करना है. Even if you are Australia is a high income country, US, UK, Australia, Canada, if you are registered there, worldwide,
Okay.
anywhere you can practice. You don't need to write any other exam. It is not for the India.
Okay, like sir, malab, like with the level of preparation we have right
Yes.
now, so like AMC 1 and 2 is like very much possible.
Yes.
I want that assurance only mainly.
And to crack your NEET PG as well.
Yes, sir.
आपके NEET PG में भी help करेगा AMC का जो syllabus है.
No, sir. Actually, I have cleared and I'll be probably getting the seat. So
Okay, so तुमने
that's
clear
why,
कर लिया.
yeah.
You already okay.
Yeah.
तो बहुत सारे लोग अभी ये ऐसी थी, आपसे दो लोग पहले थे, दोनों पीजी कर चुके हैं इंडिया से.
हाँ
Now
जी,
they
sir.
are trying to move Australia, and it's difficult. Very simple. After MBBS, it's very easy to move Australia, I can say. But अगर आपने पीजी किया तो इतनी डिफिकल्ट प्रोसेस हो जाएगा. फिर आपको लगेगा कि मैं तो स्पेशलिस्ट हूँ, आई नीड टू वर्क एज स्पेशलिस्ट इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया, वो आपको मिलेगा नहीं वहां पर.
हाँ जी, sir. मतलब like, but the clinical pass rate is very low, so that was my concern. Mainly
No,
that if I leave
very
the
low,
seat
very
right now.
high. Out of 14 stations in Austin, you just need to pass 9. Earlier it was tough. Now it is easy. Okay? अभी 9 कर दिए. पहले जो है आउट ऑफ 14 पहले 10 स्टेशन पास करने होते थे ऑस्ट्री के अंदर. अभी 10 से जो है रिड्यूस करके 9 कर दिए गए. तो अभी इजी है एग्जाम को पास करना. बहुत
So
सारे
you
इंडियन
provide the like preparation for the clinicals also?
यस, मैं क्लिनिकल की बात कर रहा. मैं पार्ट 2 की बात. पार्ट 2 एग्जाम में इजी हो गया है अभी बहुत पहले की कंपैरिजन में.
Okay, sir. आप प्रोवाइड करते हो उसकी मतलब like
यस.
okay, sir. Okay, so then you are suggesting that we should go for like AMC part 1 and part 2 right after MBBS, right?
Yes.
Okay, and sir, like what is the duration it will take us to complete the both parts? Like
हम
around.
लोग तो कोचिंग कराते हैं. ये जो है पार्ट 1 का 3 to 4 month, and then it's up to you when you are going to write, so at least कोई सा fixed time तो नहीं है. Once you pass part 1, again, 3-4 महीने के बाद you can go for part 2.
Okay, and sir, we can like attempt for multiple times, na? There is no limit.
Multiple time, but each attempt का fees होगा.
Okay. Like sir हमने like कितने chances होते हैं कि part 1 के बाद ही हमें job apply करें और हमें मिल सकती है like?
Based on purely on your CV. If
Okay,
you
sir.
have some experience in your home country, there's a very good chance to get a job. But if
Okay.
you are a fresher or someone is from FMG, then obviously there's chance because आपको clinical का experience भी नहीं है, right? So
Okay.
ये purely आपकी अपने CV की base पे है कि आपको high chance है या low chance है. But I can say if you have some experience, there's a very good chance.
Okay, sir. मतलब then after clearing the clinicals, so we get a job and then we land there, right?
Yes, after part 1 you can get a job and you can go there and बहुत सारे लोग एक part 1 के बाद जाते हैं, बहुत सारे लोग दोनों पास करके जाते हैं. तो
ओके सर, जैसे हमने दोनों पास कर लिए तो उसके बाद हमें लाइक यहाँ से जॉब अप्लाई करनी पड़ेगी, है ना?
आपको अगर आपने पार्ट 2 एग्जाम पास कर लिया फ्रॉम इंडिया, आई कैन से 99% चांस है आपको जॉब मिल जाएगा इंडिया से ही. और पार्ट 1 के बाद में चांस रहेगा 50-50.
ओके सर, ठीक है. फिर मतलब क्लिनिकल्स क्लियर करके अगर हमें मतलब यहाँ से अप्लाई कर लिया हमने
अभी
जॉब.
हमारे डॉक्टर थी, डॉक्टर इमल्डा प्रदीप करके.
ओके
उनको 4 ऑफर हुए थे, उनको 4 जगह जॉब ऑफर थे.
सर,
English,
you
please.
provide the
English.
assistance in this CV making and all also, like for all the how to apply for jobs. इसके लिए भी
Yes,
आप
we provide assistance in your CV preparation, your cover letter, how to apply jobs, कौन से, what are the websites to apply, what the consultancy can help you to land a job, all those things we provide.
Okay. ठीक है. So like it's worth the risk taking.
Yes, definitely, Parminder.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, Santa Kumar, can you please ask?
Yes, sir. So what is overall package, sir, for that AMC clinical and theoretical and English proficiency, both three
So
together?
you need to attend a test with us.
Okay.
Academically.
Okay.
Based on your marks in the test, we'll give you the scholarship. Okay.
Okay. I'm actually just want to know the package price, like this much.
The package
this much
depend on
Indian
your
rupees.
marks.
Marks. Okay.
Yes, package depend on your mark.
Yeah.
Basically, we charge 3,200, and we also give 50%
Okay.
up to 50% scholarship. Now, now if you
Okay.
score very good, you may get 50%. If you are not scoring very good, you may get 20%, right? So there's no fix. I'm
Okay.
saying that. You need to score, you need to give the test first, AMC, then we will let you know how much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. And one more thing. If once I clear AMC 1, can I work in Australia without
Yes.
AMC 2?
Yes. Anyone can work. You are eligible to practice in Australia after AMC 1 also.
Okay. What will be the salary for me at the time? If I clear only AMC 1 means
It's going to be around 4 to 5 lakh per month.
4 to 5 lakh per month. Okay. If I clear AMC 2 means
Once you are the medical doctor, you're asking this is rubbish question. I don't know why you're asking this question. So your salary will start
no,
once
yes,
you
simple
become
thing.
a specialist. And a specialist salary is going to be
Okay.
2 to 3 CR per year. So you are in the
Okay.
training, and this 4-5 lakh is not a salary because you are learning. You are going to pass part 2 exam, right? Your actual salary will
Okay.
start once you complete entire process. You will get full registration to practice in Australia. So generally, GP can earn around 1.5 CR per year, and if you are a specialist, you can earn 2 to 3 CR per year in Australia as a medical doctor.
Oh, okay. This is my question. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much.
Yes, next. Arvind, can you please unmute? Arvind.
Yeah, good evening, sir. How are you?
Good evening.
Hi, sir. I'm doing my third year MBBS student in Chennai, and I want to know like how to do PG in Australia. I mean, is it really worth it? Is it better than doing PG 3 years PG in India? Because like, I heard that in PG in Australia takes longer time when compared to in India.
It is not in Australia. Any high income country will take longer time. Indian degree is
Okay, sir.
not basically comparable to US. US also will take 4 to 6 years. Europe also take 4 to 6 years. Canada,
Okay.
Australia, UK, everywhere is the same. India only providing 3 year PG. So India ka degree.
Yes, sir.
So you cannot compare, right? So yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
These degree have 4 to 6 years, and worldwide you can practice everywhere. These are the anywhere you can work. Once you are registered in these countries, and since
Yes,
you are in third year, you need to once you pass your degree, then only you can sit in this exam. Then you need to
yes, sir.
pass
Yes.
AMC 1 and AMC 2 plus 1 year you need to work as a RMO, resident medical officer in Australia. Then you are eligible to apply for PG in Australia.
Sir, and how hard is it to get an PG seat in Australia when compared to India, sir?
Same like India, nothing is easy. So
Yes,
if
yes,
you
yes.
are very good, you will definitely get. So competition is everywhere basically. But the good thing in Australia, whatever branch you want, you will get, whether it is
Yes,
surgery
sir.
or any other branch.
Do they have an exam to do,
Yeah,
to get
there
a
is no
PG seat?
exam basically. This is purely based on the merit on your CV, and they will call you for the interview. There is no
Okay,
such
sir.
exam like in India we have.
Okay, sir. So if I want to get my, and surgery PG in Australia, I have to work in that related department.
Yes.
And based
Yes,
on how I
you
build my
have a
CV.
strong CV. Why you want to work in the surgery?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
So to get an junior resident in Australia after completing our both AMC 1 and AMC 2, do we really need to have a good CV, sir, or else?
No, if you can pass both exams, doesn't matter. You will get the job.
Okay,
After
sir.
part 1, obviously you need a good CV.
Yes, but after part 2, like CV doesn't matter.
Yes, yes.
So, and final question, like the English proficiency exam will academically guide us,
Yes,
no,
we
for the
provide.
IELTS and all.
Yes, we provide coaching for IELTS or OET or PT also. So
Okay,
for
sir.
medical doctors, you should consider the OET or PT instead of IELTS. Okay, these are the easier exams as compared to IELTS.
Okay.
Okay.
That's final question, sir.
Yeah.
So, like, what would be the average salary, after I complete my MC2 and get a job in Australia, sir?
I just mentioned, the previous question, same like, 1.5 to 3 CR you can earn once you become a doctor in Australia per year.
Okay, sir. Like, that is after completing MC2 and getting a job as
Once
a
you
junior medical.
get a full license to practice in Australia.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Yes,
Thank you so much.
Vishnu Kumar Ray.
Yes, sir. I had a question. Like an approximate time. Could you give me an approximate time? Like, how long will it take for me to land a job after completing the AMC one and AMC two? Like, just an
You
approximate.
can, within 3 months, if you can clear both exams, part 1 and part 2, I'm sure maximum 3 to 6 months.
Yes, sir. So, will academically help in like getting this job offers?
No, we are not a visa agency. We are a healthcare tech.
No, sir. Like,
Our job to clear the
sorry to
exam,
interrupt.
and we will guide you how to land a
Yes, sir.
job.
Like
Your
the
CV,
job
your cover
applications
letter,
means.
yes, your CV cover letter generation, how to apply, what are the websites need to apply. When we have our own portal,
Yes, sir.
we'll get all the messages, the jobs are available in Australia. And the consultancies, each and everything we provide the assistance, but we will not give you like a job offer.
Okay, so this means that assistant would be provided, like
Yes,
where
yes,
the
yes.
job is getting.
Yes.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Assistance for jobs and visa guidance, each and everything we will provide.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Like your CV need to change as per Australian standard, your cover letter as per Australian standard, how to write the cover letter to apply jobs, what are the websites available in Australia I need to apply for jobs, and interview questions, what kind of questions they may ask you in the interviews, all those things we will guide you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes, next please.
Dr. Arvind Balasubramaniam.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, Dr. Arvind.
Sir, like I'm an FMG graduate. Like I'm from China actually. Like I'm an Indian resident, but graduated from China in the year 2024.
Okay.
And I cleared my FMG exam in first attempt. That is like July 2024. Now I have almost like 7 months of work experience. So like I haven't registered in any state in India yet. Should I, for applying AMC, should I need to register in any state?
No, Arvind. Without registration, you can apply.
Yeah. Okay. Then, like, ma'am was saying about the Pesci pathway. So it was mentioned that 3 years I should be as a general practitioner. Like,
Yes.
can you please explain me about
Yes.
that?
After MBBS,
Okay.
if you have 3 years experience, you are working any, PhD or
In
CHC
our own country or like?
in our home country.
Okay. Okay.
Then based on that, you can apply for jobs in GP.
So like it can be an internship also, or like should I work as like separately?
Separately.
So internship doesn't count here.
They will count generally, but separately they will, So this is also the panel will decide.
Okay.
For your
So
application.
if I'm working in my state in like government hospital for like 2 years, will it be considered or like?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, then I should. I mean, after clearing that AMC step one, 3 years of work with 3 years of work experience, I should find a job in Australia.
Yes, you are right.
So by that way, I can bypass step two.
Yes.
Like, is that correct or like am I wrong? Like, should I work in Australia for 2 years also?
No. Basically, you can skip part 2, but
Okay.
you need to appear for the interview.
Okay.
It is same like OSCE exam.
Okay.
If you clear that exam, then no need to go for AMC2.
Like, can you come again? Like after, like I'm having 3 years work experience in India. I cleared step one, and then I cleared like PTE exam. Then I applied for a job in Australia, and then they call me for an interview. And if I attend and they select me, I can go as general practitioner.
Yes.
Okay.
You need to work. There is some, some supervision. And after
Okay.
some time, they will remove that conditions.
Okay, but I also saw that like there are some levels like level 1, level 2, level 3. Like
That's what I'm telling, that there will be some supervision. Now it is based on purely on your experience, on your CV. You know,
okay,
they will give you some condition, maybe level 2 supervision need, level 1 supervision need. After some
okay,
time, they review and you can practice independently.
like that is before general practitioner.
Yes.
Okay, sir. And I also heard that like getting a surgery branch in Australia is so hard comparative to
In
medicine. Is
India,
it?
it is easy.
No, no, like at least like we
Why are you
can
asking
get
this?
if we are having
It's a good
marks, but
question. In India, it is easy to get a surgery.
no,
My
sir.
aunt, he tried 3 years, got, in AMC in Delhi,
Okay,
Academic medicine.
okay,
तो इंडिया में इजी नहीं है, तुमको वहां इजी कैसे मिल जाएगा? बट देयर इज अ कॉम्पिटिटिव ब्रांच एवरीवेयर, whether it is US or India or Australia.
Hello.
no,
But if
like
you
no,
have
like
CV very good, there is a chance for you to get.
okay, like my only doubt is like, will they give like a surgery branch for non-citizen or like Indian who
Why
is a
you are asking me this rubbish question? Basically, this is Australia did not see your degree. If you have
okay,
everyone, you can. They will only see, all your CV. It doesn't matter basically. You can find hundreds of doctors practicing in Australia. They are Indian graduates. They are foreign graduates. It doesn't
okay,
matter basically. If your CV is very good, you have some publication, some research, some electives you did in surgery. Definitely, there is a good chance. But if you
okay.
are saying you have your CV and you are blaming to Australian government that they are racism and they are not issuing
No, no,
scholarship.
no. Like I'm not questioning that. Like I don't have issue on that, but just I'm having the doubt, like whether they'll offer like surgery branch for like
Yes,
non-citizens.
I can give you one example. The head of the surgery is Indian in Westmead Hospital in Sydney.
Okay,
You cannot,
okay. Like oh, like comparative to like medicine branch, is that like so tough? I'm just asking, sir.
Yes, always in India also it is very easy. Why you are asking this question? In
Okay,
India,
okay, okay,
if you want to get surgery, obviously it's very hard. And
okay,
surgery, they have, internal medicine is the second option, generally in
okay,
India.
okay, sir. And then
Things are clear.
my last question is like, ma'am said like it's a 16-week course. Like, will they provide for like for step 1 alone or step 2 and step 1 included
Step
16
one.
weeks?
Step one.
Step
This is
1,
we are
like
talking about step one. And once you
okay,
pass
okay,
step one, then you need to enroll separately for step two.
okay. For that also you'll give practice, right? For that we
Yes,
have to enroll
yes,
differently.
yes. So
Okay,
guys,
okay,
in Australia, I can say first of all, there is no discrimination. Whether you are foreign graduate, whether you are Indian graduate, or you
okay,
are Australian graduate, everyone
okay.
has need to apply separately. And this surgery branch is very, very competitive in our home country.
Yeah,
In
yeah, yeah.
Indian citizen, if you did it from AIMS, from MBBS, there is no surety for you to get a surgery again in AIMS, right? तो इंडिया में इतना टफ है, तो वी कैन नॉट एक्सपेक्ट कि भाई वहां पर इजीली मिल जाएगा. इजी नहीं है सर्जरी ब्रांच, बट देयर इज सो मेनी अदर ब्रांचेस यू कैन गेट इजीली. फॉर एग्जांपल साइकेट्री, very easy to
Okay,
get. Maybe emergency medicine, so think about those low competition easily can get. But
okay,
surgery is a very good competition even in India also, US also, in
okay.
Australia also same.
Like basically I'm asking like what will be the working hours, like per week or like per month? Is there
You
like
also,
any?
if anyone want to get surgery, you need to work from second year onwards. Not like मैंने MBBS कर लिया, now मेरे को सर्जरी चाहिए, ऐसा नहीं होता है. They will see why you want to become a surgeon in Australia. What is your motivation to work for this? So you have to make your story align to that. You are ready some elective in second year, some personal incidents to you, and you love to work in surgery. A lot of things you need to make, because
So I should make
there is
up my
no
CV
exam in
according.
Australia. Australia में नीट in India,
Arvind, please give us
good
a
mark
chance to
in
talk,
NEET,
sir.
you will getting a place, based on that particular thing. But in Australia, there is no such exam. This is purely based on your CV. They will invite you for the interview, and based on your interview, they will give you whether you will get or not. Okay. And next,
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Panindra, can you please unmute, please?
Yeah. Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yes.
Sir, I'm a junior resident in general surgery. I'll be completing it by this coming February. So actually, I heard from one of your academically, sir, that after completion of the post graduation, need 2 years of general surgery experience back in India. Post that, it would be feasible to apply for AMC. Is it correct, sir? What I heard from
No, I mean,
academically.
you can apply, at any time. But if
Mhm.
you want, the surety or the good chance to get surgery, so if you
Yeah.
did surgery in your home country, obviously there's a high chance for you.
No, sir. Actually, I'm completing general surgery itself the coming year, the coming Jan.
So you are in MD in MD in internal medicine.
MS general surgery.
Okay, MS in general surgery. Okay.
Yeah, yes, sir. So, post this, can I start directly applying for AMC and go on with the process, or should I work in the home country for 2 years and then start the procedure?
Now you can start procedure. So you need to pass AMC 1
Yes, sir.
and English, then you can apply for jobs. So RMO
Okay, sir.
jobs in surgery also you can get.
Or at my jobs in surgery. Okay, sir. So there is nothing like 2 years of experience, because I
No,
heard
no,
from
no.
one of your
Experience is
academically.
not needed because you are applying AMC based on your MBBS degree, not your MD degree or MS degree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. So I can
But
join
if
the
you want
specialist.
to apply as a specialist, you want to become a surgeon, direct surgeon, don't want to write any exam in Australia. In that case, they need very good experience, very good CV, maybe 8 to 10 years of experience after your, PG in India.
After PG in India. Okay. So I just want to do a specialization in, for example, gastrosurgery. For that, what is the pathway, sir?
You need to go again, whole things again. You need to do PG in Australia again, and then only you can pursue.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Dr. Niharika?
Good evening, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, Niharika.
Yes, sir. So I'm a third year MBBS student in Hyderabad, in India. So actually, I have been preparing for USMLE. I was actually supposed to give my step one this year, but due to some other reasons, I felt USMLE was a very critical and a long process. So I have switched my, opinion and wanted to give AMC. And I'm very new to all the system and all. I have a lot of idea about USMLE, but I have none about AMC. But thanks to ma'am, she has explained a lot of things and made many of my doubts clear. But the main question which I wanted to ask was, in USMLE, we do have something called a match where, colleges chooses based on our interest in the field. So how in AMC, like, will we be
First of
chosen
all,
for the...
Niharika, there's a major differences here. In US, you are applying to do PG. Fellowship
Yes,
आप वहाँ apply करते हो US के अंदर, right? In
yes, sir.
Australia, you are applying to get license to practice in Australia. You are getting a job basically,
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, so match का system नहीं है यहाँ पर. Once you pass both exams, you will get job, and then 1 year you need to work as a RMO. Then you need to apply for PG in Australia.
Okay. So, sir, if after I've completed my internship here, and if I give my step one, that is, part one of AMC, then I'll be able to give interviews in the department of my interest for residency, right? Suppose if I'm interested in
Yes.
pediatrics.
Because if you want to become a, for example, option gynae, surgery, internal medicine, whatever you want, you can apply.
Okay. So we have to choose. Suppose, sir, I'm interested in two
Yes, you
branches.
need to choose basically. जो आपको choose करना है वही आपको मिलेगा branch. This is the main difference in India, in Australia and US. यहाँ पे क्या है कि based on your marks in India NEET PG में उसकी base पे आपको branch allocate होती है और college allocate होता है, right?
Yes, sir.
But in Australia, जो भी branch आपको चाहिए आपको वही branch के लिए काम करना. For example, you are in third year and you want to get in surgery, so you need to work for surgery. You may do some elective do small projects, some maybe some research, some publications, alignment for that. So जो भी आपको branch चाहिए ऑस्ट्रेलिया में वो branch मिलेगा, but it may take some time. For example, you applied in your first year, वो आपको नहीं मिला, then you need continuously you need to work. Maybe next year you need to apply again for the same branch.
Okay. So, sir, like if I'm interested in two branches, and can I choose both and work equally on
No, you
both?
need
And
to think about one that will be very good for you. So it will be to get, because वहाँ पर interview होता है, not the exam. तो इंटरव्यूअर को आपको कन्विंस करना है आपके बेस ऑन योर सीवी, और जो भी है कि आपको मेरे को यही करना था. यू नीड टू शो कि भाई मेरे को सर्जरी ही बनना था. मैंने तो सेकंड ईयर से इसी पे ही काम किया, मेरे को बहुत इंटरेस्ट है, भाई ये करना है वो करना है, तो आपको वही पे काम करो. दो करोगे तो थोड़ा सा आपको वो हो जाएगा कि भाई मेरे को ये नहीं करना था, ये नहीं मिला तो मेरे को ये मिल जाएगा.
yes, sir, got it. And
Are you working for which branch you want?
actually, I'm interested in pediatrics and surgery, sir. But because surgery for a woman, it's like a little complicated and a longer process. So I'm
I
thinking I'll
mean,
go
I
for
can say the
pediatrics.
very good thing, all Indians basically ये main problem क्या है, Indians को लगता है कि भाई हमको स्पेशलिस्ट ही बनना है और हमको ये बनना चाहिए. But once you are in Australia and you see Australian system, I have met hundreds of doctors in Australia. Then they become a GP. तो GP जो पाथवे जनरल प्रैक्टिशनर वाला वो सबसे बेस्ट पाथवे होता है, स्पेशली फॉर वुमन, गर्ल्स के लिए. 9 to 5 का जॉब होता है, 5 days का जॉब है ये. तो lot of time to yourself or your family, उसके लिए. As if you are going the other branch, it will be, night duty, this and that, तो GP में ऐसा नहीं होता. तो ये इससे बेस्ट रहता है इन जनरल, in my personal advice to you. And basically जितने लोग हैं इंडिया से सब लोग जाते हैं कि हमको स्पेशलिस्ट बनना है. And once they go in US and see the practice and then they change their decision.
Okay.
तो अभी आप अपना फोकस करो कि आपको अगर सर्जरी चाहिए तो उसी पे ही आप काम करें. But definitely, once you are there, then you can think, you can become a GP. Yeah.
Okay. So another question is like, since I'm in third year now, when do you suggest for me to, like enroll into academically?
When you are in your when you are doing your internship, basically, your final year. I can say.
While I'm doing my internship, I'll be able to give my enroll into the academy.
Yes, you can enroll in the course. You can start your preparation, but you only can sit in the exam once you got your degree.
Okay. Yes, sir. Sir, also, if I'm giving my AMC Part 1 immediately after my internship, how much is my, percentage, probability of the percentage I
Doesn't
can
matter,
pass?
percentage doesn't matter. Whatever, whether you score 50% or 80% in your MBBS degree, doesn't matter. Even if you have some supply आगे के subject में, it still doesn't matter.
Okay. And sir, after I've cleared AMC 1 and I've gone to Australia and started doing my first year there, when do you suggest me to give my Part 2?
Part 2 you need to give ASAP. So there are so many doctors nowadays, they give both exam in India and they are going directly to Australia. Earlier, Part 2 exam was very tough. So people just pass Part 1 and try to go for Australia for Part 2, getting a job and go there. But nowadays, both exams you can give in India. My suggestion is pass both exams from India and go there. There is a very high chance to land a job. So if you pass both exams from India itself, you will get the job very easily. And you can go there, very easy to settle.
Yes, sir. Sir, also like since I was preparing for USMLE, I have already started to, prepare my CV. I've done a few observationships under a few doctors. So these all will be counted, right? If I have a
Yes,
resume.
definitely. These will help you. And also do some research if you can do some publication also, especially in the PubMed index journals.
Yeah. So, sir, like if I join academically, will you people help me in doing my researches or something? Because right now I do not have a strong, support or.
I mean, you are in India, India में तो कहीं भी आप कर लो, so many hospitals itself. Apollo कर लो, इधर कितने hospitals हैं, like in Hyderabad. So अभी you are in third year, right? So you can conduct it when you are in your final year. And meanwhile, please work. If you can attend some, workshops, those kind of
Yes.
things. Some
Yes, yes.
CME, CBD point, if you can collect, all those things you can do. In line in the surgery, if you want to surgeon, or you can think about the mediocre branch, maybe like internal medicine or emergency medicine can get. Psychiatry easily can get in Australia.
So, what is your opinion on pediatrics, like
Pediatric also, I
in
can
Australia?
competitive branch है ये भी, not easy, but I can say surgery so easy है, वो मिल सकता है आपको.
Dr.
Surgery.
Nirmala, maybe we can, maybe one of our counselors can connect with you one-on-one, because
Yes.
we have a lot of people waiting, and the counselors can help you. Can you please drop your email and phone number?
Yes, ma'am. I've already dropped in the message. So,
Maybe if one of our counselors is available right now, maybe they can just get connected with you now. Arindam?
okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, they'll connect and
Connected with him.
okay, perfect. Please connect with her, and if anything else, she can come back to us.
Good evening, sir.
Next, we have Dr. Nishant. Dr. Nishant? Are you here? Guys, when we are calling out your names, if you're not answering, you will be removed from the list and you'll have to raise your hand again. Dr. Nishant? Okay, moving on to next, Dr. Ayaz?
Yes, ma'am. I'm audible.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I just wanted to ask whether, seeing the residency offers and saturation conditions, which is better to pursue either NCRX or AMC2 after AMC1?
You can do either. See, saturation is everywhere, the competition is everywhere. No one can give you a specific answer as to AMC or NZREX. It also depends on how good your CV is.
Comparatively, if we compare both.
There's equal opportunity. See, if you see, New Zealand is a small country, Australia is a bigger country. Logically, a country with a larger population will have more opportunities, but a smaller one have lesser. But if your CV is very strong, you might just
got
get
it.
an opportunity earlier.
And second question is, if there is any difference if we are going through PLAB pathway or AMC pathway in getting job offer?
PLAB pathway, UK is very saturated right now. People who have cleared both the pathways, they usually end up using the PLAB pathway to come to Australia as well. We have a few candidates who have done that.
No, I'm just asking. I know from by that pathway, we can come to Australia. I just wanted to ask, is there any difference if a person is coming from PLAB pathway and the second person is coming from AMC pathway in getting job offer? Is there any difference?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Dr. Ambed, you can please speak up, but you already had a turn once. So please, let's just hurry up so that other people do get chance to speak up. Are you there? Okay, not there.
Hello.
Okay, you are here. Yes.
Ma'am, I'm registered with ECFMG because I was preparing for USMLE Part 1. So, will I have to again register in the EFMG EPIC for the AMC?
No. But it depends how long, because now EPIC registration has a validity period.
Okay.
So please get in touch with a counselor and get that checked, the validity period.
Okay. Ma'am, the AMC Part 1, within how many period we have to clear the Part 2? Is there anything that it got lapsed and I have to return back to India, home country? Is there anything like that?
No, like USMLE Step 1 has a lapse period, AMC Step 1 doesn't.
Okay. And ma'am, the marks is 250 pass.
Yes.
If we get 250, it's a pass marks.
Yes, there is no merit list like in NEET PG or USMLE. Like they have a marking gradation. That's not there for AMC.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Next, Dr. Hamna Siddiqui. Are you there, Dr. Siddiqui? We can hear you, but your voice is very low. Can you just come close to your mic, please?
Okay, now you can hear me?
Yes, much better. Please.
Okay, I am Dr. Hamna Siddiqui from Pakistan. I am a graduate of 2019, and
Okay.
currently I have 4 years of experience in my home country now.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I want to know about the part one. After part one exam, AMC part one, can I apply directly for like PG ship will be in between, or it will be after AMC part two exam, or I have to be there. I have to practice there for 1 year as a RMO, then I will be eligible for the exam.
Yes. So AMC so your English AMC 1, English proficiency test, AMC 2, work there, and then after 1 year, once you get a permanent registration, you start applying for PGs, residency programs.
Okay, like after 1 year.
Yeah.
Okay, and if the doctor doesn't give this AMC2, there is an option of WBA as well, no?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
for WBA, it is like it is based on the experience, like, or everyone is eligible for WBA or AMC2 in place of AMC2. I mean,
So in the end, it depends on your end goal. What is your end goal? To do residency or just go work there?
residency.
Residency, you have to do your AMC2.
AMC2. Okay.
Otherwise, there like you have 4 years of experience. There's WBA, there's Pesci for you. You can go through after you give your AMC1, you your English proficiency, and you can get a job as a GP.
Okay, and then okay, then AMC part 2, and then after that 1 year I have to do RMO ship over there, and then I will be eligible for the specialist pathway, right?
You have to develop your CV because like unlike USMLE, where your score is considered as a choosing option by different institutions, which PG you get, which residency program you get, AMC relies on your CV, how good your CV is. So like sir has mentioned, it might take more than a year. So you keep working in the field where you want to, suppose you want to get surgery. Sometimes it might take 4 years. So you keep working.
And what about medicine? And what about internal medicine and pediatrics?
There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee. It depends how your CV is, how good your work is, how good references you have. Because it's not merit based. It's all based on how your CV, how your interview face to face goes with them.
And the CV of my home country, right?
Yes, everything. Or like suppose you have worked for 4 years, you have your publication, you have your research work, and then you go there, you're working there, how the references, how your work was, how your exposure was. So there's no guarantee. We can't just say 1 year. It's just a rough thing that we are saying. That is a mandatory thing. It might take 4 years, it might take 5 years, it might just happen in 1 year, it might just happen in 2 years. So no one can give you a fixed period of time.
Right, but like AMC part 2 is mandatory for specialization, right?
Yes. Unless
and if only GP ship, then okay. And if only GP ship, then this Pesci pathway or just WBA, right?
So GP, yeah, as a job, you can get a job through Pesci pathway as well.
Okay. And can you tell me like how much academically charge for the course? Like how much time for AMC part 1 in Pakistan
Time I
or
can
something?
tell you definitely. Time I can definitely help you with. AMC1, we have had candidates who have prepared with us in 4 months and they have cleared the exam in that period of time. It all depends on what is your level of knowledge currently and how in touch with your studies you are. So anywhere between 4 months to a year for both AMC 1 and 2. For the fee structure, please drop your details in the chat box, and just now one of our counselors will get in touch with you and they'll explain you everything.
Okay, sure. I will drop it. And before also I have attended the webinar, but I haven't got the fee structure and details. And I have also applied this about the scholarship on the website, but that is also.
So let me
Arindam,
just.
are you there? Are you listening this? Arindam?
Sir, Abbas was here. Abbas?
Sir, I am also here. I'll just connect with her.
Okay, thank you so much.
क्या complaint आ रही है? मतलब लोग
Yes, sir, I'm yes, sir, Arundam.
connect करो.
So you'll get a call
Drop
just
me
now.
WhatsApp number. I'll just connect with you, Dr. Siddiqui.
Okay, sure. I'm dropping it.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, so
Thank
we
you
move
so
on to the next person, Dr. Dharani.
Hi, good evening. I'm
Hi.
here for my wife. I have few queries on APC.
Okay.
Yeah, I have three questions. First one is, do we have any alternate path apart from APC? For Australia?
So,
Yes, are you Indian citizen?
Yes.
No other pathway.
Okay.
There was a
Thank you.
pathway was the HSPC from UK, but recently they changed.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Second one is my wife. She, after her graduation, she practiced for 3 years, and then she took a break in her career, and now it's almost 10 years break now. So, will this have any challenge for her?
Yes, 100%. You know, if you are not practicing in your field, you cannot say that you are a health practitioner. So experience definitely matters, and especially the recent years.
Mhm. I'm sorry, I couldn't get you.
I mean, the experience if she is working currently or not working.
She is not working actually. She had a 10 years break.
So I can say very low chance or no chance. If your degree is equal to like kind of like a BSc, if you're not practicing, you get a license, you need to practice basically. So they will see you are practicing a physiotherapist in your field or not.
Will this be a problem for her getting a
Yes,
job, or it's
definitely there is no problem
yeah?
to getting a job.
But no intro for APC, right? Appearing for APC.
Yes, appearing is no problem.
Okay, thank you. The third last question is, how is the opportunity for physiotherapist in Australia?
A very good opportunity, I can say. A lot of geriatric population that need a lot of physiotherapists to work in Australia.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, next is Dr. Kavisha.
Hello, good
Hi.
evening.
Good evening.
Actually, my question is, currently I'm in 5th year of MBBS. I'm doing from Russia. So I can give my AMC 1 only after completion of my degree, right? After 6th year.
Yes.
And then the English exam and then the clinical examination for AMC 2. These are the 3 steps to be given.
Yes, you can start with your English test and the preparation for AMC 1 because the preparation will also take time.
Yes.
Because it's just 1 year, you can already start, you can clear your English proficiency if you want to fast in the process. You can give your English proficiency, start with your skill assessment and start with the preparation. It's a very good time the last year because as a foreign medical graduate, the course load last year is not that much.
Yes.
So you can start right now.
Okay. So, but first I have to give my AMC 1, then the English exam, right? The
No,
steps is like that.
No. You can give it here and there. That's okay.
Okay, fine. And after that, after I complete my AMC 2, then I go to Australia, work there and get a job. So if at some point I plan to come back to India, so do I have to give a special examination to come back to India or I can directly come and work?
See, there is no, most of the residencies there in Australia are acceptable worldwide, but NMC in India doesn't really have any specific guidelines mentioned, and which keep changing. NMC is in a process of revamping themselves right now.
Yeah.
So currently there is no specific guideline about it. Nothing written somewhere, but most of the Australian residency is otherwise acceptable in a lot of countries like Middle East, Canada. So if not, that is also an option if you don't want to settle down in Australia after residency.
Yeah, I just want to do a residency and then if I plan back to India, that's what's the question.
So that's the thing. NMC is not sure about it. Like sometimes they would say yes, and then a year later they would change the rule.
Okay,
So
fine.
Depends on the year you want to come back, what they're thinking about it.
Okay. I got it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Dr. Nathan?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi.
Good evening. I joined a little late. Am I audible enough?
Yeah.
Ma'am, sir?
Yes.
Yeah, so I am pursuing my final year in biochemistry, MD, and I wanted to do genetics and something in genetics in Australia. I was not a pure fan of clinics, though I love emergency medicine and being a GP. So I had previously tried to go to the UK. COVID second wave brought a lot of change for everyone. So I had my share of issues. I had to do my PG in India for some reasons, first, which were personal. Now I plan to go and definitely trying to see for Australia as an option. So I am currently 3 years down without any clinical experience and roughly 2.5 experience of clinics post MBBS. So my question here is, there is a drop in clinics that I have not done for a long period of time, and I have a pure teaching experience. And I kept my options open rather than being very narrow. I either intend to do any teaching in Australia after, if residency is needed, I'm ready to do that, or I'm ready to do even pursue even emergency medicine. So I wanted to ask, my question is there a teaching career for doctors there as well, like in a medical college? I love teaching, so I was thinking of that. Besides my emergency medicine, of course, I have this thing for thrill. So I thought I'll just ask these two questions.
See, doctor, you have two different questions. One, first, let's address your residency that you want to do. For the
Yes.
residency pathway, you, even if you have done an MD, it doesn't really matter right now because you can't go through specialist pathway.
Yes.
Because there's no clinical experience, you can't use PESCI. So the best would be to go through AMC, AMC 1, PT, AMC 2, and then get for your residency.
Yes.
As far as next is your teaching or your fellowship, like you were saying in genetics.
Yes.
So if it is a fellowship, like Sir said, there are 2-year programs for fellowships in different branches, which you can apply. But the catch in those fellowships is you have to come back to your home country. After you finish the fellowship of 2 years, you can directly apply for fellowships from your home country. And after 2 years, once you finish, you come back.
Okay.
As for non-clinical teaching, we have a lot of students who after MBBS, they have gone there and that like they have started doing MPH or some other PhDs or something, and they're teaching along with it. So that doesn't need any exam.
Okay. Okay.
So
So
they're all
you guys
different pathways.
guidance to that, listen to how to maneuver regarding this matter as well.
And regarding the teaching,
Yeah.
we don't help you with the jobs and
No,
finding.
no job as such. Like it's my query. I am fully determined to not to get a job per se. My thing is purely academics and residency.
So
That's it.
academics, you have to just choose the college you want to go to and see if there are teaching assistant positions available there. So
Okay.
being an MD biochemistry, you might find options where you can teach in the colleges. So you just have to directly apply there with a good CV, and having more research experience and publications in index journals is going to help you out in getting those jobs.
Okay.
It's something you can just do yourself.
Okay.
We can help you with the exam and exam preparation for sure.
Yeah, that will be suffice for my questions. If anything is there, I'll get in touch with the counselors.
Yes, you can even drop your details and they'll get in touch with you anyways.
Yes, yes, because I actually attended this a little late. So you were explaining some pathways which I reached late up to
Yes.
this
So
meet.
why don't you
Yes.
just drop your details and a counselor can get in touch with you now. Do we have anyone online? Any of our counselors free right now?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Okay, so Sahil will get in touch with you. Please drop your details and he'll get in touch with you and solve all your queries, if that's okay.
Yeah, I'm doing that as we speak. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for
Okay, most welcome. So next, can we have Dr. Zubair?
Ma'am, can I ask?
You are next in line, just next. After Dr. Zubair, if he doesn't answer, you are next.
Okay,
Ma'am,
fine.
I've been waiting for long.
Hi, I know that, but we called out your name and you were not there.
I was in OT, sorry, ma'am. I was operating, that's why.
Okay, please give us 2 minutes. At least let me wait for Dr. Zubair and then we'll take. Dr.
Hello,
Zubair,
ma'am. I'm from Zubair.
yes,
Hello,
please.
ma'am. I'm Zubair Ahmed from Pakistan. My education is Bachelor of Medical Laboratory Technology.
Mm-mm.
What
Please ask
process
your
for the
question.
AMC?
Please complete a question.
Where this is for medical doctors, MBBS doctors, okay? And if you are a lab technician, you need to write AMC exam, AIMS, okay? We also provide assistance for lab technicians. So please drop your phone number, email in our chat box. One of our counselors will get back to you.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Dr. Kamran, if you're okay, can I take Dr. Janani because she was called out before and she couldn't answer, if it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay, fine.
Okay. Dr. Janani, please go ahead with your question.
Hello, ma'am. So I finished MBBS from Pondicherry Government Medical College and MSc from Madras Medical College. I have done my observership in rhinoplasty and I'm currently working as a facial cosmetic surgeon in Bangalore. So I am planning to write AMC Part 1. Should I be writing AMC Part 2 as well? If I were to finish clear AMC Part 1 in after 4 months, can I straight away start working as a ENT surgeon at least, or will I be practicing only as a general physician? That's my first question, ma'am.
How many years of experience do you have after
I've
your
got 1
MD?
year.
After your MD?
1 year.
1
1
year.
year experience.
Okay,
MS,
so
ma'am, after MS.
sorry, okay, MS. So you cannot go through the specialist pathway. For specialist pathway, you need at least 10 years of experience. You can work as a EMO or a JMO in ENT department after AMC1, but you won't get to work as a surgeon.
So how long do I have to wait until I start to practice as a surgeon, or should I finish off AMC2 to go as a surgeon?
So even after AMC2, again, basically you are starting the process from scratch. There is no guarantee you'll get the same branch.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I know you have already enrolled with us.
Yeah, I've already enrolled.
Yes. So
But there is a very high chance.
Yes.
Is there a good chance or no?
A good
Yes,
chance.
yes.
Okay, okay. So I can practice as an ENT surgeon, right?
Yes, most
But I
likely.
just have to.
Even you can try for RMO job in ENT.
Okay, okay, sir.
Sir,
Okay.
I also
So
guided her regarding the short-term training pathway also.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Sahil, you have her number and I think you should have her number. You can get connected with her. Janani, Sahil will get connected with you now. Okay.
Oh, sure. Thank you so much, ma'am. Just one more question. So,
Yes.
regarding the preparation, it's a very absurd question. So, I am practicing full time. So, I get little time, so 2-3 hours per day to work on myself. Would that be sufficient to say 4 months of?
No, trust me, we had a doctor who was working in emergency medicine. Same, few hours. He barely put in 3 to 4 hours, and within 4 months he cleared. It's all about how strong your basics are. Considering you're already working full time, your clinics are strong. You should be able to clear it soon.
Okay, ma'am. Could you please put in a word to for them to contact me? I'll
Yes, and if anything, Janani, you have contact of Bharti.
Yeah, I was
Yes,
told to
you
attend
can
this
get in
and
touch
have a
with
better
me.
insight.
Yeah, you can get in touch with me through through Bharti, and she'll just arrange a G meet for us.
Yeah, please. So I do have a chance, but it's just that I have to have a very strong CV, like right?
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
And you can easily
Worst case scenario, worst case scenario, I can still work as an RMO in ENT for a few years until I start to practice as a consultant, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes, you are right.
I'm being very positive. Thank
I mean,
you.
RMO, SRMO also even if you have previous experience अगर आपका है तो.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, most welcome. Okay, Dr. Kamran, thank you for waiting.
Good evening, ma'am. Can I ask my queries in Urdu? I'm more comfortable with it.
Yes.
सर मैंने आपसे पूछा था कि अभी मेरा फाइनल ईयर स्टार्ट हुआ है तो एज मोस्ट ऑफ द सिलेबस एएमसी का फाइनल ईयर के साथ सिंक्रोनाइज करता है तो बेस्ट टाइम क्या होगा प्रिपरेशन के लिए और क्या मैं क्योंकि पाकिस्तान में 1 ईयर इंटर्नशिप होती है 5 इयर्स के बाद तो ड्यूरिंग इंटर्नशिप आप मेरे लिए बेस्ट होगा या फिर इंटर्नशिप कंप्लीट होने के बाद? मैं ये पूछना चाहता था आपसे।
Yes, during your internship you can start. This is a good time for you.
बल्कि फाइनल ईयर में मैं प्रिपरेशन अपनी स्टार्ट कर सकता हूँ।
Yes, preparation कर दो, but one you only can write the exam once you got your degree.
Yes.
Sneha?
Thank you, sir.
यस सर, यस सर। आप तैयारी शुरू कर लीजिए डॉक्टर कामरान, क्योंकि सारे क्लिनिकल सब्जेक्ट्स हैं, बट फाइनल ईयर एमबीबीएस का एंड जो आपका इंटर्नशिप है वो बहुत हेक्टिक हो जाता है, विद नाइट्स 12 आवर शिफ्ट्स चली जाती हैं कई बार, तो बच्चों का अच्छे से प्रिपरेशन नहीं हो पाता है। एंड एग्जाम लिखने के लिए आपका कंप्लीशन सर्टिफिकेट चाहिए होता है एमबीबीएस, तो आप तैयारी शुरू कर दो अपने लेवल पे, एंड इमिडिएटली जैसे आपके हाथ में प्रोविजनल और कंप्लीशन सर्टिफिकेट आएगा, यू कैन सिट फॉर एग्जाम।
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Most welcome. Dr. Arvind?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Good evening.
Good
See,
evening.
I'm a 2022 pass out, and in 2023 I got into DNB orthopedics, and in this year, for some reasons, I had to drop that course. So there is a career break. So the question is, should I work while preparing for AMC in some departments as a JR, or should I completely focus on my preparation for AMC? Will it affect my CV in the long run after AMC Part 2 also? Will it affect me in getting a job as a RMO?
Yes. So, Dr. Arvind, it's always advisable to not have a break in CV unless you have a very genuine reason to explain it. But
Okay.
if it's only 3-4 months and you say that we were preparing, that's still understandable. Giving a break of 1 year or more than that, it gets difficult to explain. So even if you're working for like 2 to 3 hours a day, the experience certificate will never say how many hours you work. It will only say you were working as a clinician. So continue working as a clinician somewhere where there's not a lot of workload, getting your continuation in CV while you're preparing for the exam.
But will it directly affect in my even if I clear my AMC Part 2 just for getting into an RMO post or a GP post?
Yes, definitely. You need to work and simultaneously prepare yourself. Do not leave your job.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Arvind. Dr. Bayu, can we have you? Okay, sorry, Dr. Aditya?
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
First of all, thank you, ma'am, and thank you, sir, for helping us. Ma'am, my doubt is that is it necessary to do 1 year RMO shift after giving AMC 1 before giving step 2, or we can give both the steps at once and then go in one go to Australia?
Yes, basically, Aditya, you need to pass both exams and you need to work 1 year, after AMC 2, generally.
Oh, all right, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. That was the only question I have.
Okay, most welcome. So can we have Dr. Nitish?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, ma'am. Hello, sir. Actually, my only doubt is like I'm a MD candidate, post MD, 3 years of experience in anesthesiology. Okay. So the doubt is like, should I, is it mandatory to pass AMC 2 exam compulsorily? Like, is it mandatory to give AMC 2, or will I be a consultant only after AMC 1? Like, how is it going to be? Because I have multiple reviews regarding that, so I wanted to clear myself.
So, Dr. Nitish, as we had mentioned, just because you have done MD for 3 years, being a consultant in anesthesia is not going to happen immediately. Okay?
Okay. Yes.
If you want to continue in anesthesia, you first need to give AMC 1, AMC 2, English proficiency, work there, get a permanent registration, then apply for residency. If you get the same residency, which would be possible considering your CV is strong, that you've already done your
No, I have passed MD, ma'am, and I have
yes,
a 3
that's
years
what
of
I'm saying. That
experience
even if
post
you have
MD.
done MD, you have to do it
Okay.
again. Unless you have a experience of more than 10 years in anesthesia,
Okay.
you will have to go through the whole residency process again.
Okay. Okay. And this will take how long, ma'am?
So there is no specific, depending how long you take to clear AMC 1, your AMC 2, and then at least 1 year of rotation that you have to do. And then because you can always show that you have done an MD, you might just immediately get it, or might take a year or two to get residency in anesthesia there.
Okay, so first we have to go through the residency, and then after like how many years will I be like called as a consultant there? Like how many years of experience there in
You
Australia?
have to go through residency and the whole process there, the similar.
Okay, because I was told that matlab, you don't have to give AMC too. You can go through WBA and you can get through jobs, and within 2 years you get the PR.
That is, but you want to do it in anesthesia specifically. Those are
Uh,
two different things.
okay, but I being an MD anesthesia, so I would look for anesthesia only, ma'am. So I
Yes,
didn't actually get it.
but
Like
as
residency is
a
like
specialist anesthesia doctor, for that
okay,
there's a pathway, specialist pathway.
sure.
And but the clause in there is 10 years of experience as an anesthesiologist.
Actually,
Okay,
if specialist pathway, you can apply after MD or MS, even if you have 1 year experience, also you can apply. But generally,
okay,
they are only given if you have around 10 years of experience, very good CV.
okay, sir. Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Thank
Nitish,
you,
why
ma'am.
don't we do one thing? Why don't you drop your details and all
Okay.
the different pathways? One of a counselor, there are multiple pathways because you're getting
Yeah,
confused with most of them. So,
I am still confused exactly. Yeah, yeah,
yes, yes,
yes,
yes,
ma'am.
I can
Yeah.
understand that. So, Sahil, can you get in touch with Dr. Nitish and just explain him all the pathways?
Sure, ma'am. Sure, I'll do it.
Okay, Nitish, please drop it and Sahil will get in touch with you today or tomorrow.
Thank you, ma'am. That's a great help. Thank you.
Okay, most welcome. So next one we have Dr. Maliha. Are you there, Dr. Maliha? I guess not. Can we move on to Dr. Felicia?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you for the chance to question. I am a medical doctor, a general practitioner. I am based in Indonesia, and I am looking forward to do a residency, particularly in dermatology or ophthalmology in Australia. From the previous questions that I've heard, I thought that there is a like we have to do some kind of certification, like the AMC one. Is it correct, ma'am?
Yeah. Yes, you have to clear the license examinations, similar to every country where after MBBS, once you get registered as a doctor, you sit for an exam to get admission into a specialist program, right? Similarly, for Australia, you have to do AMC 1, English proficiency, AMC 2, get registered there, work there as one year, and then apply for all your residency programs that you're interested in.
Okay, so I have to pass the AMC 1 and AMC 2 for then be able to work as a GP or resident medical officer. Is it correct?
Yes.
And then after passing a certain year of experience in Australia, then I could finally get applied to the residency that I wanted.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Actually, does residence in Australia has an age limitation?
No, but if you're trying to and hoping for a PR, there are few clauses. So if you're not over 44, that's okay to go for this process.
Okay, but if I only wanted to do the residency and then go back to my home country and do my practice there, so there's no age limit, right?
That depends on the rules of your medical council. Like what are the rules your medical council states that you can get back, and what you'll have to check with your own medical council.
So because applying residency in Indonesia, we have an age limitation of 35. So I'm just trying to keep my options open, and I wanted to do it after 35. I wanted to do the AMC one and the etc. Or maybe try for residency. Actually, ma'am, do you have any certain information how many times this AMC one or AMC two can we retake, for example,
As many
or
times as you want.
can only do one time
No.
test only?
No, you can take it multiple times if you don't pass it, but you have to pay the fee every time.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
So do you have any experience on how many people have to retake how many times until they finally get it on the AMC one and
Most
AMC
of
two?
them usually just take it when they're sure about it. When all the mock tests they do, they get a good passing score because you only have to pass 250. So most of them just give it directly once they are sure about it. We don't have a lot of people who are taking it twice, like from the students we have.
Okay.
Felicia, why don't you drop your details in the chat box, and a counselor, Sahil, is here. He'll take it down, and today or tomorrow he'll get in touch with you, and all the questions that you have regarding AMC, he can answer it for you.
Okay, but I'm not very familiar with this application webinar, so
No, so just go into the chat box that's there on the right hand corner and just type your name and number, phone number, WhatsApp number.
Okay.
That's it, and they'll get in touch with you.
Okay, thank you for your information. That's the question I can think of now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next, Dr. Jawahir. Guys, we'll be taking the last 2 to 3 questions and we'll be ending this webinar today. Yes, Dr. Jawahar, please.
Yeah, I'm an MBBS graduate, 2018 pass out. And I've been working since then, but due to some reasons, I could not get the experience certificate of this initial 2 years.
Okay.
That is 18 and 19 and 20. The rest 4 years experience I have with me. Will that career break be an issue?
You can try and get the same experience certificate from wherever you were working. If not, you can use some medical reason to explain it. But like AMC doesn't really like career breaks.
Oh. Actually, I worked that years, but I couldn't get the certificate.
So you can just go and request them.
Okay.
Right? Just try that. I mean, if you have actually worked, why just leave your experience certificate?
Okay.
But if there are
I
multiple ways to tackle with it. You can quote some medical reasons. They have some, like we have CMEs in India. They have similar programs, CPD marks, CPD scores. You can do those activities to cover up for the missing clinical years. So that is possible. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, most welcome. Next, Dr. Bayu.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi.
Thank you for attention. I want to ask about if I finish to apply Epic account and then I go to apply verification ACFMG, I must to confirm to my campus.
So ECFMG process, you upload your documents and then the association, they send a notification to your college. They do that thing. You don't have to do it.
My college to my college will validation to ACFMG.
Yes.
I don't to follow up to the campus have finished to validation or not.
So usually you don't have to do it yourself. They do it on their own. They write an email to your college.
And then, yes.
And then your college responds. So that is an internal process. You don't get involved with it. You just upload. The whole process takes around a month.
But if my college not to respond, how about that?
Then you'll have to go and ask them to respond to the emails. That's it. There's nothing else you can do.
And then I want to ask about the after I finish the MC1
Mm.
and I get the limited registration. Uh, what time the time my certificate expired or not?
So your AMC1 exam result doesn't expire.
Oh, and then I can take AMC2 2 years again.
Whenever
3
you're
years.
ready. Whenever you are ready.
Oh, okay. And what is the WBA? Is that the internship?
No, that's there are different. So there are different pathways to reach Australia. It is just one of those pathways.
But WBA, we work, right? We work in hospital 1 year.
Yes,
We
it's
yeah,
standard pathway or it's WBA or it's Pesci. Through all these pathways, you get to work in hospital.
okay. But MC2, we can choose MC2 or WBA. If I take MC2, I'm not to work in hospital. Just take exam. But WBA, I must to work in hospital, right? I must to stays in medicine, surgery, like that.
So the thing is, doctor, that either way, if your end goal is getting a residency, you have to give AMC2.
Or resident.
Yes.
Um, but just to work as GP.
See, as a general GP with a limited registration, you can do it after AMC1 as well.
Oh, okay. But if okay, how about different about the RMO, GMO, and SMO? I don't know about that in Australia.
So RMO, resident medical officer, senior medical
Junior
officer.
medical, okay.
Okay, so the same thing everywhere. It's the same thing, and it all depends on what level of supervision and what level of exam clearance you are in.
There is the residency program, the RMO, GMO, RMO.
This is not the residency program. It's just the job designation.
Job business.
Okay. If anything else, please
Like
drop your
internship,
name
right?
and phone number in the chat box because we're kind of running out of time. It was a 1 hour seminar and it's
Yes.
already extended to 2 hours. Sahil will get in touch with you today or tomorrow. So please drop your details. Okay.
What the email, Sahil email?
Email and phone number.
Oh, email and phone number. Okay.
Yes. So they'll get in touch with you now.
Okay. Thank you for your answer.
Most welcome. Most welcome. So, Dr. Maliha?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me well?
Yeah, sure. Please go ahead.
Okay. I am above 44 years of age. I'm a senior doctor with 10 years of experience in lab hematology.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there is no career gap. So, what path I should follow to work in Australia?
I think at this age, I do not recommend to go. You will not got any visa because 45
Sorry,
is
I cannot hear you. I'm not
कोई
able
visa
to
नहीं
hear
मिलेगा
you.
आपको स्टेज पर. Maximum age is 45 years. उसके बाद भी
45, okay.
Yes. So you are on
Okay.
border. Visa मिल नहीं पाएगा आपको. It's only selection.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Most welcome. So, we'll be taking the last question now. Dr. Sumant?
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
I'm a final year MBBS student from Central America.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an Indian citizen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to graduate in 1 month. Like, I don't want to pursue my further career in India. I want to move to Australia for my further career.
Mm-hmm.
After I am going to graduate in 1 month, and is it advisable to work in any private clinics to get some experience, or it is better to prepare like not working? Any suggestions?
As we have mentioned to all the candidates who asked the same question before, it's always better to not have any clinical gap in your CV. The stronger your CV, the stronger the chances of getting a job early.
Okay.
Okay. So we always advise that quickly just whenever you are done with your degree, start working, even if it's for 2 hours or 3 hours, because the experience certificate never mentions the number of hours. It'll
Okay.
only mention that you have been working.
Okay. And does the time period really matters? Like even for 6 months, is it enough, or like we need to work for 1 year after our MBBS?
See,
Like
that's
how?
the thing. Don't stop working.
Okay. Till
Don't.
I get AMC, like we shouldn't be getting any career gaps. We should be working.
They don't
And
like career gap. The
okay.
maximum you can do is like take a 1 month or 2 month break and say, I was preparing for the exam, but that's it.
Okay.
Okay. Don't
Yeah.
extend it. Okay.
Okay. And I've also checked about the WBA program. Is it advisable to go for to choose WBA program, or like to go for AMC to clear at a single go and go to Australia? Like which one is a better option?
That everything depends how your CV develops. Once you
Oh,
graduate, how you're
okay.
working, how strong your CV is, what you have been doing, it all depends on that.
Okay. And one more question now. Like, is it easy to get into WBA program in Australia?
Everything has a good chance, and everything depends on your how the interview goes, how your CV is. That's what I'm saying. The less career gap you have in your CV, everything depends on your CV, because there's just not WBA, there's Pesci as well,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So everything depends how your CV is.
Okay. And one more thing, like I'll be graduating from Central America. How could I know that my university is eligible for AAMC? That my university like is like ECFMG certified. Is it enough, or like
So
are there
ECFMG
any requirements?
is actually the verification that you have a registered university. ECFMG certificate is itself the registration that AMC asks for.
No, that is the only thing. Or do I need to get any documentation from the university before graduation?
And the documentation can be done even after the graduation, but that is basically you're talking about the skill assessment that AMC needs to do. So can you drop your email and phone number, and the counselor will get in touch with you and ask you and check your documents to
Yeah.
see if anything is missing, and you can get from the university before you finish graduation, so that it's easier for you. You don't have to run around after your graduation.
Sure. I'll drop my mail and number. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for assistance.
Most welcome. Thank you everyone for attending this webinar. I hope we have been able to answer all your questions to the best of our capabilities. Thank you, Dr. Akram, for guiding all the students. And if anyone has any queries left, please drop your name, email, and phone number in the chat box, and our counselors will get in touch with you soon. Thank you, everyone. I'm Dr. Snigdha. Thank you for joining, and have a good evening and a great weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.